What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And before we get into today's video, guys, I just want to say, if you're a fan of those legends of the game, I would definitely recommend subscribing to the channel because that's all I focus on. Also, guys, if this is content that you enjoy, I would greatly appreciate it if you'd posterize that like button. And with that being said, let's get right into today's video. So, guys, as you can see, we're doing a build on a current player, which is typically something I do not do, as I typically focus on the legends of the game and the guys from past eras. However, this was a request, and guys, if you take the time to comment on my video that you would like to see me do a build on this player, even if it's someone that doesn't necessarily fit my channel, I'm going to take the time to do that simply because I appreciate that you watch my videos. I appreciate that you take the time to, comment, who you'd like to see me do a build on. So, I'm going to do it, even if it doesn't fit, my channel and what I typically do. But yeah, guys, Joel Embiid, I will say there's no one way to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you two builds, and you basically pick and choose which build you want to do. Okay? We're gonna have a build that focuses on the finishing and the defense, and then we're gonna have a build that focuses on shooting and defense. So you pick the build that you want to do, and that'll be the build that you go with. Now, with this build, guys, I'm really not going to go into badges because I'm doing two separate builds, and just for time sake, I'm just not going to go into those because you know what badges that you like to use, and you know what badges that work for you. So I would recommend that you just choose the badges that you enjoy using, and just go with that, because as I've always said, badges are more or less just a suggestion. It's not anything that's set in stone. But with that being said, guys, let's get right into these builds. So the first one, guys, it's going to be the one that's, of course, finishing and defense. So we're going to go ahead and do the mostly finishing with a little bit less defense. For your physical profile, guys, you can pretty much do whatever you want. I'm just going to do well-rounded on both of these. Then we're going to max out our close shot. We're going to max out our standing dunk, our driving dunk, and our post hook. And I'm going to go ahead and max out the mid-range and our post fade. I'm not going to put free throw on there simply because most of the people that do these builds, they don't use free throws. So I'm going to do it two different ways. I'm going to show you with and without the free throw. The first one's going to be, of course, without. We're going to go ahead and we're going to max out our interior defense, then our lateral quickness, then our defensive rebounding, our offensive rebounding, then our block. Okay, so if you look at this, guys, once we get this maxed out, of course, we're going to be 7 foot. We're going to be 280. Max out that wingspan. So if you look at this build, guys, it's pretty solid for a center, I feel. If you look at it, you're going to have a close shot of 94. You're going to have a driving dunk of 73, a standing dunk of 95, and a post hook of 88. So you're going to be really solid there. You're going to have a decent mid-range shot of 61 and a post fade of 74 with the post control of 86. So in the post, you're going to be all right. You're going to have that post control. You're going to have that post fade that you could rely on. And of course, you got that standing dunk as well and that post hook. And then if you look at your defense, guys, you're going to have an interior defense of 98. And you're going to have a very solid 89 block, as well as a 96 offensive and defensive rebound. So, on the interior, guys, you're going to be really well with this build, okay? Now, if you do want your free throw shooting, okay, what I would do, and this is what I would do here. I would just take my driving dunk all the way down, and then I would just put that up to 70, right? And you also get 4 shooting badges with that. So if you want that free throw shooting, I would go this route. You do get those 4 shooting badges. So, you could max out, or you could put gold, hot zone hunter, and maybe, fade ace or something like that on bronze with this build, that would work really, really well. But yeah, this is the way I would do this, guys, if you're going that route. So because you don't really need driving dunk as a center, right? You're mainly going to be playing the back down row, and you're not really going to be slashing or cutting to the basket a whole lot with this build. So. And then the second build, guys, and this is, I will tell you guys, when you first look at it, you're going to be like, that can't be right. This doesn't, there's nothing else there. But you said that it was shooting and defense, but I'm not saying the defense. And you're right. If you look at it this way, guys, you're probably not going to see the defense, but the defense is there. I promise you. So with this, you're going to do, of course, close shot. You're going to do standing dunk. And then you're going to do post hook. You're going to max out everything on shooting, guys, just to get all those shooting badges. And you'll have, of course, 30. And then for this, guys, you're going to max out your post control. And then you're going to max out your interior defense, your lateral quickness, and then your defensive rebounding, and then put the rest on your block. Now, guys, I will say this: if let's say that you wanted more defense, right? Because there's not a whole lot of defense here as it stands, or at least not a lot of defense and rebounding. You could do this, in all honesty, and you can max out your block, and then put this here, and then you could put this here, right? Because in all honesty, guys, I'll just be honest with you. I did a lot of builds, and if you choose the right badges, post control, really, it's not that, you don't miss it, I should say. So, of course, guys, we'll just go define. We'll do 7 foot, of course, 280 again. And we're going to max out this wingspan. Okay. So by doing that, if you look at this, right, you're going to have a close shot of 88. You're going to have a standing dunk of 79 and a very, very good post hook of 85. So inside, guys, you're going to be very, very good. You're going to be able to hold your own. You're not going to have any issues. Now, where this build really, really shines is if you look at that mid-range shot, guys, it's going to be an 83 with an 82 3 ball. So a 7 foot, 280 pound monster that's able to shoot from the perimeter like that. It's really, really good. But if you look at it also, look at that post fade. You're going to have a 97 post fade. So when you're playing in the post, a majority of your game isn't going to be, to get around your defender and dunk. You're going to be utilizing that post fade, because I will tell you that 97 post fade, guys, is lethal. It's deadly. Like, you can knock it down a majority of the time. Regardless of defense, because of your height, because of that wingspan, you're going to be able to get that shot off, and you're going to be able to knock it down on a regular basis. And that's what makes this build amazing. But look at that defense. You've still got solid defense. You're going to have an 81 interior defense with an 84 block, a 85 defensive rebound, and a 67 offensive rebound. So you're going to be good on the defense as well. And just to show you, look at this. You've got options here as well. So if you wanted to really make this a true stretch build, you could do spot up shooter. If you want to control that post, you could do post score. And if you want to get better blocking and things like that, you could do rim protector. That'll help your defense out some. So like I said, guys, with this build, it's very versatile. It may look like a pure green at the beginning, but once you do the build, you've got that defense there too. You're going to be able to finish around the basket as well. So that's the reason why I say that this, to me, is the best of the two builds that I showed you. And it's just really, really fun to play with. So guys, just, give them both a try if you want. Find the one that works best for you. But take it from someone that doesn't really even enjoy shooting. This build was really, really fun. But with that being said, guys, if you like this video, I'd greatly appreciate if you'd posterize that like button. This is content that you enjoy. I would recommend subscribing to the channel. And with that being said, have a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. Have a good one.